Hello friends, how are you today? Happy Thanksgiving. It's Sharon Hankins here from the blog I Restore Stuff, here on Essential Stencils page, ready for a DIY fun activity night tonight. So tell me where you're jumping in from to watch our live here today. Hi Clara, how are you? We'll wait a couple of minutes, let everyone join us. I'll find my live here on our Facebook page. And while you're waiting, why don't you just hit that share button? We'll sprinkle out this live to some others out there in Facebook land. Hi Tiffany, hi Tracy, Lisa's here. Happy Thanksgiving everybody. Now as you know, I'm from Australia and so it's actually Thursday here, but of course in Australia we don't celebrate Thanksgiving the way you do because it's an American tradition, obviously. But my husband is from America, so every now and then we do a little Thanksgiving celebration when everybody can get, off work or whatever. But we usually make it a dinner because obviously it's still a normal work day. It's not a public holiday or a what do you call that? We call it a public holiday here. I guess national holiday or whatever you would call it in the US. Hi everybody, happy Thanksgiving. So I'm not at my regular dining table today. I don't know if you can see behind me. Let me show you. My daughter Amber has been busy decorating the family table for our Thanksgiving feast tonight. And so we've got some beautiful fall decor, even though it's summer here, well, spring turning summer, almost summer. December, January, February are our summer months here in Australia. So hi Renee, how are you? Lisa's here. And Maggie, thanks so much for watching today. We're going to jump into some fun live activities today, DIY projects. Now I'm going to be doing some small canvases and it's not going to be Thanksgiving, it's not going to be Christmas, it's going to be children's nursery themed. So there we go. Essential Stencil has posted the description of the live right there in the pinned comment. So if there's anything you're looking for today, you can be sure to click on that and click on the links and use my affiliate code I Restore Stuff. As an ambassador here at Essential Stencil, you can get 10% off all of Essential Stencils products if you use my code I Restore Stuff. So easy to remember. That's my blog, irestorestuff.com. If you ever want to look at upcycling furniture or home decor, that's where you can find me, and on any social media platform at that link as well. What is everybody doing this Thanksgiving Eve, I guess you would call it? We've got the table set ready for our Thanksgiving meal tonight. And like I said before, if you've just joined me, I'm from Australia, so we don't do Thanksgiving over here. But because my husband's from America, so I guess my kids are half and half America, half Australian. So every now and then we like to pull out the Thanksgiving turkey and have a good feast. So I've made pumpkin pie, I've made pecan pie. Let me know what you're cooking while you're watching here live today, and I'll jump over here and see if I can make sure I can catch your comments on my laptop while I just point you down here and show you what we're working on today. One of the first things I wanted to show you, so I'm on a table in front of my dining table here, and it's a smaller table, so I've got a little bit less space to work with. I'm using these small canvases. So one thing I did want to show you today before we start is that often you'll have these little wood spacer kind of things attached. This one was stapled, it's still got a little bit of the plastic on there, attached to the back of your canvas boards. And I didn't even look up the actual purpose for them, but I did look at how to actually add them to your board and put them in the back here. So you'll see on every board, so if you've never done this before, maybe you want to start instead of I used to just throw these away. But I think that they help to stretch the canvas. Not even sure, someone might be able to tell me this in the comments. Oh, Kathy's making cranberry jello. That's something we need to pick up today, is cranberry sauce. Someone's made some pumpkin pies. That's amazing. Maggie, you've never seen these wooden pieces? Oh, on most of our canvases that we purchase here, they have these little wooden, there's 8 of them. So for every corner, there's 2 for every corner. So I just wanted to show you really quickly how to put those in if you ever wondered what they're for. And I think that they help to stretch the corners of the canvas. Maybe you do it after, I don't know. So in each of these slots here, there's the angle of the wood goes this way. And so we always point the pointy end down into the corner. So sometimes they'll push really easily like that one did. Other times that you might need a little hammer and hammer it in. The other one, the pointy end of the wood, so it's got a flat end and then it comes down at an angle. That angle goes down into the wood like so. Has anyone else seen these little wood things do they not come with your canvases over there? So every now and then there's one that won't go in, so we just kind of hammer it down in there. Anyway, when they're all finished, or when all said and done, they look like this on the corners of your canvas, and I think that's what it's for. I should have looked it up before I came on, but they simply just stretch it out. Whether you do it before or after, I'm really not sure. So in we go again with the pointed side towards the corner of the canvas, and then put the second one in like that. And sometimes they make them so that you really have to hammer them in. Well, this one's going to need a little hammering, and it's a lot tighter of a fit. Hey, Olive. Nope. Olive is here. But Amber's home, so she may help me with her. She causes a bit of trouble. There we go. So we popped that corner in. You've never seen them, Nancy? Oh, Debbie said they come with yours too. Okay, so maybe some canvas making companies don't provide these little wood wedges, and others do. But you know, sometimes I used to just throw them in the trash, but I since thought, what is the purpose of these? So I did look it up. This one's getting a little bit crooked. So every now and then you might find that some are a bit more difficult to wedge in there. And I feel like it's to stretch the canvas a bit. And there we go, all the wedges in place. Anyway, thought I'd share that little bit of trivia or that little tip with you. Thank you, Christy, for sprinkling our live today. Okay, so the stencil set that I'm going to be using today, well, you can see some buffalo check here behind me, so I might use that for one of my ideas, is this deer head and buffalo check. But I have used not just the deer head, but the buffalo check for so many backgrounds on things, and I thought we'd create a fun background with that today. The set that I wanted to show you today, and you could use these for, yes, Debbie says I need a smaller hammer. I sure do. And one of those mallets, you know, with the rubber end would have been great as well. I'm trying to find the cover here. So this is the Nursery Safari Animals set. So these would make great little nursery room gifts or for children, and you can combine these with other stencils. You might put an animal with some words on the background or something like that. So I thought I'd show you a few small canvases with some of these on them. So we've got our lovely lion, and I'll show you these like this. The elephant. We've got the monkey, cheeky monkey. We've got the little sloth, very cute. And then we've got the zebra. I was trying to figure out if it was a tiger, or I call it a zebra, you would call it a zebra. It's all to do with our accents. And then I realized it was a zebra because it has a mane. Okay, so that's how I could tell, and the ears. So you can, and its mouth, snout area. So that is a zebra, as you would say. Zebra, as I would say. Okay, did I show you the lion? And then this cute giraffe, and I think I'll use that one today. Then there's a bonus stencil, and it has a few different items on it. So we've got the leaves, which you can pop down at the bottom of, you know, underneath the animal, whichever animal you choose. Or we've got the florals. You can put them even as borders on other, like I could put it as a border, a corner on a canvas or something like that. You could put them sitting in a thing of flowers, you know. Also, we've got the bananas and the glasses. So the glasses actually fit on any of the animal's eyes. So there's another fun idea that you can have over the top of that. And of course the bananas you could have in any kind of jungle scene or use with the cute funny monkey. So we'll see if we can use those somewhere in our live today. And this was going to be for this one. What else did I was trying to decide with another animal that we've got here. I was trying to pick one that I haven't actually used before. I haven't used the sloth. I've used the lion. Maybe we'll do the sloth. Use the monkey and the elephant. So maybe, what do you think, the sloth or the lion? I think they're both cute. I'll have a look in your comments, see what you guys think. Yes, these animal stencils are super cute. So we'll get started with one of them today. First of all, I think, excuse me, I got a little frog in my throat today. We'll use this buffalo check to do a bit of a background. So I have done some of the canvases on the backgrounds. I'm not going to do all 6 of our animals today. And you can see that I've probably dirtied this stencil, used it quite a bit. Let me point this down a bit so we can see this properly. Ooh. And if you didn't see it before, got to say, we've got our Thanksgiving table, decorated in the background here, ready for our dinner. Oh. Cheryl, you have them, but you've never used them. Oh, someone's saying the sloth. I think the sloth is pretty cute too. Another one said the sloth. Oh, Janet says, those would be cute with the glasses for a toddler that has to wear the cute tiny glasses. That would be very cute. Okay, so I've got a white canvas background here with some of my other canvases that I'll show you in a minute. I've painted this one in a beautiful lavender, which is Fusion's Lavender Haze color. I thought it was going to be a little bit more pastel than this, but it's not. It's just this beautiful muted lavender color, but I think I might do something fun with that background in a minute. And then also I'll use this one for the giraffe, a bright yellow, which is the color Little Star by Fusion Mineral Paint. And so let's get started with our white background. I just wanted a subtle buffalo check, not the full hog, so to speak. I'm gonna just hold this down with my hand instead of using tape. A couple of people saying the lion. And I'm gonna use Fusion's Pearl Metallic. Now they've changed the labeling and the branding on this. This is quite an old bottle, but it's Fusion Mineral Paint in the color, in the metallic color Pearl, which you can add to any of your paints, like any of your Fusion paint. You can add and mix in the Pearl Metallic to that paint, and it'll give a little bit of a pearlescent feeling to that paint color. I'm gonna get my offloading cardboard here. And if you add it, or you can add it on top of the paint. So say you painted something with this lavender purple color and then you put a pearl over the top, it'd give it a nice shimmering finish. I'm going to today want a subtle pearl finish on this. So I'm just going to go over this with the pearl in the corners. And I don't want it to stand out too much because I want it to be a background and I want the animal to be the feature, animals to be the feature. It's a little bit hard to tell before I show you how it's working out on here, but let me just dab this in for a minute. Now, if you've been stenciling it with us or watching us live for any length of time, you'll know that we love to offload the brush as much as we can before we start our stenciling project. And that will minimize the amount of bleeding you get underneath the stencil, which, you know, from bleeding we mean that the seeping under of the paint onto the design. You don't want those fuzzy edges from that stencil. So just a nice subtle pearl. Grabbing some more of that color. Now this is a whole big square that I've got to fill here, so I can afford to have a lot more on my brush and swirl that around on the inside, then come in from the edges and make sure it's all filled in. Hi Raquel, thanks so much for joining us. Hi Cheryl, Mary Beth's here. Oh, Mary Beth says, cannot believe I actually caught you live. Yay, glad you could be here. I can't wait to hear what you're all doing this Thanksgiving Eve. I've made, our Thanksgiving Eve was yesterday. If you missed the beginning, I was just explaining I'm from Australia and we live in Australia, so we don't have Thanksgiving over here, but because Marty, my husband, was born in America, every now and then if he's not working, we can use the opportunity to have a Thanksgiving dinner. So we've actually invited some extended family tonight to have Thanksgiving dinner with us. And today, right now, it's only about 11:17 a.m. Thursday morning. So we're going to have dinner tonight because most people in Australia work on this day. We don't have a Thanksgiving holiday like you all do because it is an American holiday. For those of you who didn't realize, the rest of the world does not have Thanksgiving. I have had a lot of people ask me, do you not have Thanksgiving in Australia? Well, what's Thanksgiving about? I've got to be really careful that I don't miss any because I'm seeing it's a very subtle. I can just see the pearl here. I haven't got this and I haven't got this. And we'll do those big, large areas. Now, I probably will leave the edges for now. I'm not sure what I'll do with the edges. Maybe I'll go over them with full pearl. But you could actually take this around the edges and do a little subtle pearl colour there. I think I've got everything. So let's see how it turns out. I can't wait to see because, as you know, I love to experiment here with you live. And I don't think I'll need this pearl colour again. I'll just pop that in the water. So ta-da, let's see. Oh, you can see that. It makes a nice background. So here we go. And you'll just see, I've got a light and the camera shadow is on there. So not sure if I can change that, but you can see the subtle pearl. It's probably better when I hold it down, isn't it? Oh, I love it. It's got a beautiful shimmer to it. So that's going to be my background. And then over the top of that, we will probably add our little zebra because he's just going to be nice there in black. So I'll let that dry a smidgen more. And of course, it will dry very quickly because the fusion paints actually dry rather fast. Oh, I didn't get my orange. I was going to do this little guy in orange, but I guess giraffes could be brown, can't they? And I do have Fusion's copper metallic as well. That might go nicely instead of that brown. So let's even stencil with a metallic. I hadn't planned on doing that today, but we can do that. Let me see. It is a nice subtle, isn't it? So this colour here is Fusion Mineral Paints colour Little Star. Still available there. And if you use my link and my code, I restore stuff over at the Fusion link that I've got in the comments there, you can use that as well. And all the stencils and the transfers, you can save 10% at I Restore Stuff. All right, so I've pre-painted the canvas. It's all dry now. Another thing that you may want to do, although these canvases are rather tight, they're all pretty tight, is put a little book in here so that when you're stenciling, it's not, that's probably even more so with larger canvases because that canvas can sway and stretch in the middle. So you want something hard on the background so you're not pushing too hard on that. So we've got our giraffe, but then there's that little extra stencil, the bonus stencil in here that I thought we could do something with. We could put leaves down the bottom here. So we could add it a little bit higher. So see how you could coordinate a whole set of these, because there are 6, you could have a whole nursery set. Let's try the copper. And I may have to do, why don't I do a brown background first, okay? So we do have a chocolate. I might use Woodwick, which is a new Fusion colour, Woodwick. So Fusion Mineral Paint is a furniture paint specifically for furniture, but because I do that furniture painting here in Australia, I retail this paint here, but it's quite popular for all sorts of home decor things. So you don't have to use Fusion paint for your stencils. You can use any water-based acrylic. I recommend water-based just because it's a cleaner cleanup. Oh, Mag is live. You usually are watching the replay. I'm not seeing all the comments. I might have missed some, but has anyone put on what they're making, what they're busy doing? I saw someone was making pumpkin pies. I've made a couple of pecan pies. I made 2 pumpkin, 2 pecan, and about to do a turkey. And then other people are bringing things for our meal tonight. Okay, I've offloaded as much paint off the stencil here. So I will use that copper color, but I just wanted to have a bit of a background that I could, first of all, put my little giraffe on. I think I like the brown. I was going to do it orange, but I forgot to get the orange out of the garage, my workshop. But this will work. Cheryl's decorating for Christmas. That's lovely. Amber's been busy putting Thanksgiving or fall decorations up, even though it is scorchy hot here. It's 30 degrees Celsius. What's that in Fahrenheit? I'm not sure. Someone will have to translate that for me. I feel like it's up in the high 90s. 30-degree day today in Fahrenheit. I mean, in Celsius, that is. So Fahrenheit's probably about 95, 97. Can't remember. Okay, so I've added some brown, and I'll show you what that looks like, and it probably is really cute. Pop our lid back on. Hi Dee, Cheryl's decorating for Christmas. I'm just quickly getting, 86 degrees Fahrenheit. Oh, okay, I thought it might have been higher, but we do get a lot higher than that here in the summer. Up in the hundreds. And humid, it's very humid today. There's our cute giraffe with the brown, so it looks cute just by itself like that. And you can imagine you could put borders on here, you could use some of these floral little things for borders. But I'm going to add this back again, and I'm going to use that copper color to just add a bit of shimmer to our stencil. So this is Fusion Metallic in copper. They have some beautiful metallics, and I'm actually just going to use the same brush, because it really doesn't matter. It'll just add that copper to the brown, won't it? Okay, so this even looks a little more orangey, that copper. I've got way too much copper on the plate, the cardboard. Okay, so now it even gives this little giraffe sort of like a top coat or a second coat, because the brown I noticed was a little bit transparent. You could still see through it a little bit. Love these metallics. They look good straight, they look great combined or on top of other paints, or they also work lovely for subtle backgrounds like we did. If you've just joined us, we did this nice pearl over white, metallic pearl over white in a buffalo check, and that worked out really nicely. Love it. So if you're just joining us now, oh yes, Rhonda said these would be so cute on the growth chart. They would be absolutely a great addition to the growth chart. Just taking a little bit more there, working it into the bristles and doing a nice swirling motion. Now the reason I can do swirling without it getting bleeding under is because I've got hardly any paint on the brush, and that's the key to good stenciling. So it's called a dry brush method, and we have hardly anything on there. Aren't they adorable? So this is just one of 6 of these animal prints. Oops, I've got a little hair on there, a little fibre of some kind. I don't think it's a bristle from the brush because it's very tiny. Okay, so we've got that is a copper, and it's almost added an extra layer. I can almost see a little bit of a 3D look there. And on the video, it's really hard to tell that it's copper shimmery look. But there you go. So we've got that. We've got our copper giraffe. And now let's see. I was going to do something fun with this background. So I've painted this one in, and I think I'll use, well, maybe, let's see. Here's our copper brush. I'm just going to pop it in the plastic bag for now in case we would like to do something with that afterwards, and that plastic thing helps the brush not to dry out. It's going to be another offloading board. All right, so this is the colour Lavender Haze by Fusion Mineral Paint again. Maggie says it really pops with the copper, and the giraffe is adorable. I love it. Yeah, hopefully you can see that little bling bit there. And we're coming back to this one. We've got a nice subtle pearl buffalo check in the background. So this is the 6-pack with a bonus. Oh. Excuse me. And this is our bonus leaves here. We will use that actually in a minute. I have to remember to use that. Don't let me forget. Now, did we decide what we're going to put on this last one? Lion or the sloth? I saw a couple for sloth, couple for lion. I'm still undecided. But what we want to do is a little bit more of a... I want to add some pink in here. So what I'm going to try and do is a little bit of blending. So I'm using this colour Rosewater, which is a nice muted pink. Similar to this is a muted lavender. I guess muted is the right colour. It's a darkish sort of, yeah, muted would be the right colour. Okay, see, I see every time I look, I go lion, sloth, lion. And so, and what colour would I do the lion? If I did the lion, I could do it this yellow possibly with a bit of copper in it. That might work on this background. Or the sloth, I could do similarly in a bit of a brown colour. Might work out. So anyway, what I wanted to do, because I wanted to use dark colours for the animals, I want to add some pink right here in the centre. So I want to try and do some kind of blending. I've got a couple of brush options here. Maybe this one might work, this flat brush. Maybe I will get a bit of a paper towel to help me out here. So I just want to add a bit of a circle in the middle. And whatever we're going to put on this one, say it's the sloth, we want to sort of do a bit of a oval. They're all sort of about the same. So I'm just going to add that to the middle. And again, I'm just experimenting with you folks. But I'm just blending it out to the outside. I should have brought my Mister spray bottle. And now we've got a nice little circle in the middle. This could be a little bit more blended. And what we could do is possibly even use a stencil brush. Let me try that. I might even use one of these, this gorgeous little soft one, to create a little bit more subtle edges up here. Yeah, they're softer than the natural bristle. So it's a lot softer bristles. And so that's really working nicely. If you don't have this set, I think there's a set of 5 of these guys. And they're a soft synthetic bristle brush. And they, oh, look, you could put your makeup on with these. They're so soft and beautiful. So if you don't have these ones, I'm not sure if they're in stock at the moment. I know there are some brushes in stock, some are out of stock. But don't forget to use my code IRESTORESTUFF if you're getting a hold of those. And so, yes, we'll just go around there. Let's see. Yeah, it'll fit nicely. Adding a bit of a blended background to that. Like I want to do some more in the middle. Just to even out that colour a bit more. Sometimes I think we can overthink it a bit too much, and that's what I'm doing right now. I'm going, oh, I don't like those edges as much. Nora loves these brushes. Rhonda has these brushes. Cheryl has them. They're a full pack. They're too soft for you, Maggie? Yes, they're different. They're good for different things, and I feel like if you're used to the other stencil brushes, then maybe these would take a little bit of getting used to, because I do find that I use them slightly differently when I'm stenciling with them, but they do definitely leave less scratch marks on your stencils if you're doing larger or areas or whatever. I don't know how to describe it, but you sort of notice less of the scratchiness. I mean, they are soft, the other ones, and I love them. But when you've got some that you're just not wanting that extra brush strokes in them, these can just sort of blend out those strokes a bit. I don't know, I think that's kind of cute. I feel like it's blendy. And out here, I'm just going to go a little bit, it's hardly anything on the brush now, so I can go out a little bit further and just see if that creates a bit more texture or featheredness in the background. There we go. I could probably, if I did have my mister spray, I think that this would work a lot better in actually blending the two together a little bit more. I want to go out further. So I've just put some more on the brush, but really dried it off a lot more on my paper towel here. And just want to go subtly a little bit further out and make it a bit more cloudy, puffy cloudy looking. Is that a descriptive term? Puffy cloudy looking. There we go. So there's my effort of blending for this purpose anyway. So we'll wait for that to dry, and I think that we'll go on with, pop this into, I'm going to pop that into the water. I won't need that one just at the moment. And I will go on to our zebra, as you would call it. And let's add something to that. Now, the pink I won't need. I'm just trying to decide which brushes I can put in the water. Yes, those two colours together look beautiful, don't they? So that's Fusion's Rose Water and Lavender Haze. Okay, so here we go. If you missed this earlier, I've done a buffalo check background in Fusion's Pearl colour. Let's see that a little better there. And it shimmers nicely. So we've got our, what do we call it? A zebra. I keep thinking tiger. No, zebra. All right, so we'll put this down here and maybe we'll add something to the bottom. Not sure yet. I'm going to just hold that with my hand. Let's use black because zebras are black and white. And we're going to use one of our regular stencil brushes. This is a 1/2 inch brush. We've got those tiny little stripes to fill there. And I'm just going to use Fusion's Coal Black, which is one of their true blacks. And just adding that to my cardstock now, and just going to rub that into the bristles and also offload it. So you're sort of offloading at the same time as, you know, rubbing it into the bristles. Then we're going on to that. I don't know if you can see that. Sometimes the light's a little bit distracting. Okay. Just little tiny swirling motions. For this, we've got lots of little stripes. And if you are doing work on canvases, which these are canvas boards, canvases, you may want to put a book or something similar underneath. You love the pearl, Debbie? Yeah, it's lovely. Donna, you love the buffalo check. It was one of your first stencils. Yes, that one's been around for so long, hasn't it? So there may be some new people who haven't had the buffalo check with the deer head. It's a great one for Christmas. If you love the buffalo check design, it can be used for so many backgrounds and so many other purposes. The deer head could also be used for some fun kind of decor for hunting season for those that do that. All sorts of fun uses for that stencil. And I believe there was only like about 21 left on the website. So if you still wanted that one, you might want to grab that. We've also got my code here, I Restore Stuff. Alrighty. And I believe there will not be a Thanksgiving live tomorrow. So just to let you know and give you a heads up on that, we're going to let Essential Stencil ambassadors spend time with their family and the Essential Stencil team, because they are behind the scenes too on our lives, helping with comments and helping with pinned comments and picking the prize winners. So don't go anywhere, because there are prize winners at the end of our lives. You have the chance of winning one of 3 $20 gift cards for Essential Stencil. So they're all going to have Thanksgiving, y'all. So we'll let them have that break, won't we? So there won't be a live on Thursday night, Thursday evening. Okay, here is our most adorable little zebra. Isn't that cute? With the pearl background. So I love it. I think that's gorgeous. So let's add something. Maybe, oh, we can do this one first, and then we'll see what we want to add to the animals. Put that one here. Here's our background. So see, with the extra bonus, we get to choose what we want to put on those other animals. All right, so I'm going to have to decide here, because I think it was dead even, sloth or the sloth, the cute little sloth, or the lion. I feel like the purple, the lavender might lean more to the sloth. He's a little bit, the lion would lean more to I don't know, a different color. He's just cute, he's adorable. I think we'll do him brown. Or we could even do that copper idea again with that one, because I do have a lot of copper over here still on my board. There it is. That's the copper right here. I might just actually do that right now. And with the giraffe, here's what we did, just if you missed that earlier. With the giraffe, we put brown on the background and then added copper on top. But this one, I'm just going to go straight with that copper look. So we'll still have some different looks here. We'll see how different that is with just putting the copper on. I think it's just, might even have a little bit more of that subtle undertones of the pink in the background, which is fine. There we go. Raquel says sloth is my favorite animal, and this set isn't available. It is. I've got the link right there. I've got the link right there for this set, and I thought it was available because I went there and saw that it was. Oh, I'm not sure now. I sure hope it's available. That's why I was demoing it today. Let me just have a look if we click on that link. Animal Safari set.
Yeah, it's available.
There it is. It is. Yes, we have got that. So lucky. Phew! So you can go grab that. And don't forget to use my code I Restore Stuff and grab that when you're getting anything else, like your brushes or anything like that. Someone asked about the scavenger hunt. Are they going to be used that? Michelle, it is available. It is definitely available. We've just been there to the website. You can click on the link right there in the description of the live, and you can see it ready to order on the site. So it's called, if you're looking it up, you don't have to look it up because there's a link right there in the pinned comment, but it's called Nursery Safari Animals. And it's right there in the buffalo check one. There was only about 21 of those left, so if you're wanting that one, you can grab that one. And I did want to let you know too that there will be Black Friday sales tomorrow at Essential Stencil, so don't forget to use an ambassador code. There's mine, I Restore Stuff, and you get a further 10% off the already discounted Black Friday sales. So if you want to take advantage of that, I just thought I'd let you know that today too, so that you have the opportunity to do that tomorrow. Or no, I say tomorrow, but it's not. It's the next day. It's Friday, okay? Friday. See, it's Thursday here in Australia, so I'm getting myself confused. So that's on Friday. So yes, I'm not sure if they're going to be doing that scavenger hunt thing with I think that's in the Stencil of the Month Club group maybe. Oh, look at that. I think it's cute. So the different looks, we've got a little bit darker. I think that's turned out on the yellow, but there's the copper sloth. Isn't he adorable? You could fill that in if you wanted to with extra little bit of copper or bling or brown or whatever. Now let's go and pop that one aside. We'll go back to this is just a nursery set that you could decorate any way you please. I'll add these to my plastic bag so that they don't dry out in case we need to use those colours again. This is the bonus stencil that you'll get with that set. Nora said, I didn't quite catch whether you're selling those boards or they're a gift. No, the boards are canvases that I purchased from a shop here in Australia. The gift card is what you'll receive if you stay tuned to our live right now. At the end of the live, they'll pick out 3 lucky winners for a chance at winning a gift card. This is the colour Conservatory by Fusion Mineral Paint. It's a lovely green. Let me show you that green. It looks a lot brighter in person than I'm seeing right there on the camera, but that's that. And I'm going to grab another brush. This is a 5/8 inch stencil brush, so if you want these, you can grab my code I Restore Stuff and use that for these. So I'm going to add the leaves, I think, to the bottom of, no, I want to add the leaves to the bottom of the giraffe. That's what I was going to do. Let's do that while I've got the green out. And I think the green should look lovely with the brown. So we're just going to pop those down the bottom here of the giraffe as if he's sitting in the leaves. And maybe I can pop it that way. I feel like that's a better way to go. Add that down the bottom. And you can put them anywhere you like. I just want it to cover maybe a little bit of his feet. Yes, Nora. So Nora's asking, do you celebrate Thanksgiving since your husband's American? Yeah, I was just saying that before, that every now and then, if he's not working, if he's not away, or if it works out, we do a Thanksgiving. So for the last couple of years we have done that. And so I've made some pumpkin pie, I've made pecan pie, I have a turkey ready to go in the oven after I finish my live. So we will be having a Thanksgiving dinner tonight because it's a normal work day here in Australia. So when everyone's finished work, they're going to pop on over and we will have some turkey. Okay, so this is the colour Conservatory. It's a nice fern kind of green. I don't know, you know those bright green ferns, the light ones, not the dark ones? Feels like a little bit of that colour. I've got a lot on my brush, so I'm just kind of wriggling it slightly. And as well as these little bonus things, you could use other stencils that you might have at home. They would really suit a lot of the mini tag stencils or the mini stencils that have words or things on them that might suit the nursery theme. So you could think of some of those that might go nicely together with this. Okay, there's a cute little leaves. There we go. Aren't they gorgeous? So you see how you can add some subtle little bonuses. You could add the glasses on them. So you could see the glasses will fit most of the animals there. And if you wanted to use, Essential Stencil has a bunch of detail brushes which have these really fine detailed tips for like artist brushes, or they're also great for joining bridges of the stencils together. But you could add some little dark green, details into the leaves right there. So that's that one. Now what color could I add, or what could I add to, I'm thinking some bright colors with our zebra, using the flowers, using the floral design maybe down the bottom. We could put it on the top. It could be like a little hat for them. It could just be in the corner. Or you might just like the simple minimalistic leave it like that kind of thing. I just thought I'd show you all the different options. So let's go on. Maybe this bright yellow on here would look great. These were not meant to all coordinate with each other, with the purple and the yellow and the pearl, but you definitely could do that. Let's have a look. I don't have a stencil brush with bright yellow on it, so I'll get a new brush. And this is the bright yellow that I've used for the giraffe. Yes, the detail brushes are great for these things. Okay, so I've got my flowers down the bottom. You could use them yellow, you could do them pink. We could even do some yellow, some pink, which would then sort of tie in everything, wouldn't it? It would tie in the pink from here, the yellow from here, and you could use them as a bit of a set. Maybe we'll do that. Have I got pink on a stencil brush? No. I could grab another one. Here's another one of this is the small 8/25 inch brushes. This is the ones that are the soft bristle, synthetic bristle brushes. So maybe we'll start with the yellow. Thank you so much for sprinkling, Maggie. Sharing our live, that's wonderful. It lets more people know that we're here. Let's see, we'll do a yellow one in the center. And I know we've got green leaves in here as well, so if you wanted to, you could do those green. We've got yellow in the center. Maybe we'll do pink on the outside, and I'll just do a little bit of yellow on these leaves. And they're all sort of outline stencils, not filling in ones. So if you know what I mean by that. The pink. That's that rose watercolor. Yeah, neutral colors for either a boy or a girl. That's a great idea. Okay, just going to tip a little bit of this, not tip, dab a little bit of this pink. And we'll use that for the flowers. On the outside. And this is using the soft bristle brushes. Which feel a bit different. A lot of people are still kind of getting used to them. Some people love them. Some people are like, oh, I'm not quite used to using those as stencil brushes, but they're still great for so many other things. Now I'm just dabbing a little bit more heavily on this because I can see the zebra black stripes through it. And so again, I might still need a little bit more of the yellow to cover up those stripes on the other side as well. Let's dab this yellow again. Oh, Maggie, you're so welcome. Laura, thank you. Happy Thanksgiving to everyone who's celebrating today. Absolutely. And don't forget to stay tuned for our end of our live, and we'll give away gift cards to 3 lucky winners today. Okay, I think we're done. And again, you could use the green for those leaves in there, and that would also tie into the rest of the set as well. So there's the gorgeous little flowers. And also the flowers would look good on top of the leaves possibly as well. I haven't tried that idea yet either. So you could, where is it? Here's the leaves. You could add the because the leaves are a filled in stencil as opposed to the outline stencil of the flowers. You could add the flowers to the top of that and still see the leaves in the background, which would be cute as well. So let's just go over now to our little sloth. And what could we do? We could do that for the sloth, perhaps. Add some green leaves at the bottom. Here's our green. Let's try that and tie it all in. And you can leave some of these ideas off. You can add these ones in. Totally up to you. You can do it however you like. but I love to give you a whole range of ideas. Pam, thank you so much for ordering the buffalo check and using my code. That's amazing. Yep, you can pop out of the live and order what you like and come right back in. Okay, so I'm going to add this to the bottom, the leaves, and then we'll go over it with the flowers and see how that looks. Needed a little bit more on my brush. These leaves need a bit more covering. So the leaves are over the purple, which are sort of both the green and the purple are a little bit similar tone. In other words, they're not bright and light and they're not super dark. They're both about that mid-range tone of colours. So probably don't stand out as well against the purple. Thank you, Diane. The sloth is very sweet. Yeah, I don't think I've used the sloth before, so I've done this stencil set for some of the other animals, but I haven't done him, so glad I got to do him today. So see how it's a little bit more subtle against that purple. Then we're going to bring in those flowers in a similar way that we did before, but before I do that, I want to make sure that my background is very dry. Super quick drying. Oh, Pam, you're waiting for a grandchild before you can put the animals in the nursery. That's a great idea. Thank you, Terry. I'm glad. Yeah, you've got this set as well. Thank you, Rick, Debbie, for sharing the live. So what I'm going to do is go over the top of the leaves. So we'll see a subtle leaf in the background maybe. We'll add some flowers to up here a little. So let's see how that works. Not sure how it's going to work. It may just cover too much of the leaves. I don't know. We'll add it a little bit to the top. So we've got grab that yellow again. And I'm experimenting so you don't have to. And honestly, these are such cheap canvases, you know, like only $1 or something. You can always paint over them. If you're not happy with your design, you can always just paint right over it. And let's see how this works out. Did I keep my pink one? I think I might have put it in the wash tub. Oh no, I did it with the little soft one, that's right. This guy. Found it. Got things all over the place. Lids off everywhere. But we do need the pink one still, so let's do that. There's a little pink spot right here, offloading the brush and blending that all in. And remembering that I've got purple in the background too, so and a little bit of pink. So this pink may not work out like I thought it would have if there's some pink on the behind the flowers. So it's all an experiment so that you don't have to. Oh, I've got to be careful of that little banana there. I can always mix a bit of pearl metallic with this as well. Create some fun. Let's do that. And that might help the pink to stand out a little bit more. If I just add, I'm using the same brush, I'm just going to add a bit of this. There's a big blob on the end of that, which I will just offload right here. And I'll show you what I mean by, see, I had some pink on this brush, but if you can see that there, it's created just a tiny little bit of muted pink pearl. So the pink mixed in with the pearl, I think would look lovely. So let's do that again. A little bit of a swirl over here for a swirl pearl, pinky pearl. Offloading and we've got, yeah, so that'll stand out a little better on the pink area because it's got that pearl mixed in with it. This came in a set of 4. Someone's just mentioning, I wish I could find canvases for $1. It's not really $1, it's like a couple of dollars probably. But yeah, Amazon is a good place if you want my Amazon link. I've got a whole list. It's like a wish list for, you know, stenciling surfaces that you can stencil on, all of that kind of thing. Some tools I use at my I Restore Stuff Amazon affiliate link. But these came in like a set of 4 canvases. A lot of our craft shops over here in Australia are selling canvases in bulk. Like, I guess for people who do paint and sips and things like that, they're a great idea. You can get a bunch for very little. So let's see if we've finished these yet. See how that turned out. So we can see a little bit of pink flower. We can see a little bit of greenery in the background. Maybe you might think that's a bit too much. We should have just left it to one or the other. But here's one. Here's the other with the bonus little flowers on it. So you can see how they all kind of worked out. And I think this would still look great. Let's see if we can move that down here. This one in the middle would still look okay as a set. I think the colours sort of go okay together. But you could literally do this with so many different colours. Great ideas that you will come up with, I'm sure, when you are using your stencils and your transfers. So let me just point you up here. You can get a nice view of my beautiful daughter's Thanksgiving table decor, if I can get myself straight. And then we will have a look at who our prize winners are today. Oop, nope, I gotta go this way. So, Thanksgiving, happy Thanksgiving, y'all. Don't forget to use my code, I Restore Stuff, and especially if you see Essential Stencil has Black Friday sales on Friday, don't forget this code, I Restore Stuff. Thank you so much. Let's have a look and see if we can see our prize winners. Cindy, you have that set. That's amazing. Sandy says, I think I would fill in the lavender flowers on the zebra. I think that's a great idea too. It was actually the pink, so the rose water was the flowers. And yeah, you could fill those in, even the yellow ones. You could probably fill them in, that would look great. So the sloth, we did the green leaves behind and then flowers on top. And with the giraffe, we just gave him some green leaves down the bottom. So there's 3 different ideas that you can use with the animal nursery set. And don't forget, oh, where was it? This one, I used the buffalo check. So I don't know if you can see that subtle background there. See that? It's a pearl metallic. So if you do need the fusion paints, if you want to know where they're at, that's in the pinned comment also. And you can use my code there as well. I Restore Stuff, and you get 10% off there as well. So thank you so much, everybody. Congratulations to our winners today. We've got Jessica and Debbie and Linda. Jessica, Debbie, and Linda, congratulations. You've won $20 gift vouchers for Essential Stencil. What a wonderful Thanksgiving gift. And what are you thankful for today? I'm thankful for all of you guys. Thank you so much for watching, tuning in, and I'll see you next week. Have a blessed and wonderful Thanksgiving, spending time with family and friends, and being thankful for just life. See you next week. Bye.